Hello slimy furtlers, we're back again with another video game from the early years of gaming. This time around we have Cobra on I say ZX81, well it's not ZX81, it's ZX Spectrum. But yeah, Cobra on the being emulated through Spectrum 48K. This is based on the 1986 film starring Sylvester Stallone, Bridget Nielsen, Brian Thompson and Andrew Robinson, and itself based on a book called Fair Game by somebody I can't remember the author, sorry. Incidentally, the same book was remade into a film called Fair Game starring some people. I think it was Cindy Crawford was in it and something like that, but it wasn't as good as Cobra. The film itself is just a standard run-of-the-mill action movie, shooting people and stuff like that. So here we are. This is footage that I recorded while I wasn't very well. I'm just redefining the keyboard there. So here's the first round. It's a very simple enough sort of run-and-gun platformer. You start off as thing, and your main weapon is a headbutt. And it's one-hit kills, I'm afraid. But yeah, you start off with just a headbutt. As you can see there, your guy that, I don't know, I think that's supposed to look a bit like Sylvester Stallone, but it doesn't do a very good job. And then as you move through the level, there are 4 burger power-ups. And each one contains a different weapon. The weapons you can choose from is a pistol, pistol, submachine gun, an invincibility pill, and a knife. See here, I've got the pistol. I'm just running around. Now, the objective of to complete the level, basically, is that you have to find all of the burgers, and then the woman comes there. That's supposed to be Ingrid or Bridget Nielsen, as she is in the film, and you then go and kill all the enemies on screen, and the level comes to an end. You only get the weapons temporarily, though. As you can see, every time I pick a weapon up, Rubber Ducky appears, and Rubber Ducky appears, and that gradually dissolves. And then when it's fully dissolved, that means I've lost the weapon. You get extra lives. First extra life you get is at 10,000 points. The second after that, you get extra lives at every additional 20,000. As you can see here, this game is extremely faithful to the film. As we all remember, the scene where Sylvester Stallone playing Marion Cobretti, the tough, hard-boiled cop, that don't take shit. And oh, look, I died. I got shot in the face. And yeah, the playing, Sylvester Stallone playing the tough, hard-boiled cop Marion Cobretti. Gets attacked by stereotypical burglar thugs with a little black mask on and Daleks with rocket launchers. Yeah, we all remember those. I think they were in the director's cut DVD that came out. But yeah, so that was just kind of a warm-up game I think I was doing there. And it's our game. This is one of the first games I played on Spectrum. I didn't actually own a Spectrum back in the day. What happened was a friend of mine at the time had a Spectrum, and he let me lend it. As you can see, here's the knife, and the knife's crap, by the way. It's the worst weapon out of all 4 that you can get. Even the headbutt is much better. I don't know what I was doing there. But oh yeah, I did a warm-up game. Then I tried playing through, and because I wasn't very well, I wasn't thinking properly. So it's quite literally I ended up fucking up on everything. So there we are. So yeah, So we're under attack by Daleks, and if a pram touches you, you freeze on the spot and lose whatever weapon you're carrying immediately. But once you have a weapon, you can destroy the prams, because we all remember that scene in Cobra when tough cop Marion Cobretti goes round and murders babies. Yeah. See, look there, I got hit by one of the bad guys, lost my weapon, then I got hit by a pram, got frozen to the spot. If I get hit again while I'm in that state, I'll be dead, like that. What happens is you get all the weapons on the level, and at some point Ingrid will come along, or something that basically a woman, looks nothing like Bridget Nielsen or the character of Ingrid. She then follows you around and you have to make sure that she keeps safe. If you take a hit while she's following you, she runs off, and then you have to wait for her to come back. It's like I said, the game isn't very complicated at all. She lost got the knife and then got hit by a pram straight away. As you can see here, the knife's crap. It has this stupid arc, so it only works if an enemy is directly in front of you, or if you manage to throw it when they're far enough away. If they get inside the arc, there's absolutely no chance of you being able to hit them. So I actually remember doing that when I was playing this game when I was younger. Just basically wasting the knife because there was no reason to be carrying it at all. It's you want a gun or you want the invincibility pill. It's like I say, it's a bugger when the headbutt, which is your basic starting weapon, is more effective than the stuff that I really don't know what I was doing there. I never had a ZX Spectrum or 128 or +2, +3 or whatever when I was younger. I actually borrowed one of my friend at the time Spectrums for the weekend once, and he had a bag full of games, and this is the one that I spent most of the time playing, because it's just so damned hard. The game itself is only 3 levels. There's basically this one, which is sort of city at night, and then there's countryside, and then there's the warehouse or the steel mill or whatever it is that features there. They are actually sort of trying to keep scenes from the film, but just not very well. The final boss obviously is the Night Slasher, who is played in the film by Brian Thompson. When they were casting, they wanted somebody who looked menacing, and Brian Thompson is well known for looking quite menacing. Casting quite a few films as kind of a menacing looking henchman kind of thing. It must be a bugger being born with that sort of face that, all you've got to do is just turn up and, look miserable, and you end up getting a part in a film just based on that and not your actual talent. And I managed to get killed there. But as you can see here, the sort of colour clipping that's prominent on this system. You can run this in just monochrome mode if you want, but that kind of wastes time. Here I have the invincibility pill, which pretty much means that I don't have to attack anybody, and I've got Ingrid with me, so there we go. Just taking a hit, so Ingrid runs off. So now I've just basically got to hang around and wait for her to come back, and I get shot in the face. But yeah, this is just the first level. This is the weird thing. It's like I said, this game only has 3 levels, and this is just the first one, and it's quite hard to complete because it's like I say, this screen gets so fucking busy. So I just found Ingrid, and then I got hit straight away, so she ran off. I'm probably going to get killed here. Wouldn't surprise me. Oh no, here she comes again. So I'm just pretty much what I'm doing now is I'm just headbutting anybody that comes anywhere near me. And if I remember rightly, this is the last guy. There he goes. He goes off screen. That's it, and the level's over. So it's taking me about 5 to 10 minutes just to do one level. This is the second level, and I don't get any further on this, but there we are. The colour is terrible on this level. It really makes it hard to see what's going off. And so what weapon have we got here? Oh, I've got a pistol. So as known in the film, Marion Cobra carries a what looks like a Colt 45, but it's actually a Colt 45 that's been modified to take 9mm ammunition. So it's not Colt 45, it's Colt 9mm with the Cobra grips, which for most of the film he keeps holstered in the keeps holstered in down the front of his trousers, which anybody knows anything at all about guns, no matter how basic, you just don't do that. That's just stupid for very obvious reasons. The gun goes off, and when it's down there, it means you're shooting yourself in the dick. But here we are. The screen, like I say, the screen gets ridiculously busy. And I managed to what weapon? Oh, and it's the knife. The knife is just awful. If you ever play this game, remember, don't when you get the knife, because you have to get the knife at some point in order to complete the level, just don't try and use it as a weapon. It's like I'm doing here. I'm just throwing knives randomly off, the thing, just maybe to see if I can get anybody with it. I'm not actually getting anybody, so there we go. There's another weapon here. What is it? Invincibility pill. So now I can start doing stuff and drop down. But so I managed to pick up Ingrid, or rather, well, I thought I had, but for some reason she carries on up there, and I forgot that the invincibility pill runs out fairly quickly. So I died there, so I'm on my last life, and I managed to do that, and then I die. So yeah, I didn't get any further than that. I think that's the furthest. Yeah, that's the furthest I got. Did get a high score though. That's it. Yeah. So I do like this. This is really. It's a good game, despite what it might look like and everything like that. This is a really good game. It's just challenging enough and just fun enough to to keep you coming back. Even though it has quite literally. The link to the actual film itself are tenuous. Like I say, it does try to recreate scenes from the film, and the final boss is the Night Slasher himself. But other than that, it really has very little to do. They do put in the laser-sighted machine gun in there, which he uses in the film, and the pistol, a knife as well. But it's strange how they've done it. I think it was just one of those where they managed to get the license for something. The Ocean, as you can see there, the game's made by Ocean. They got the license for something and just quickly ran a game out. If it wasn't called Cobra or something like that, you could, it would still be a fun game. But there we go. So yeah, that's the end of the gameplay for that one. I will. I've switched to a different emulator now for the Spectrum. So this is the final video I did using the ZX32 emulator. So we'll hopefully be back with some more games in the future. Thanks a lot. See you later.